Rockaway Lake, and I'm talking with Peter. How are you?
Doing great.
So this is your first time here. So can you tell me, do you like here, like festival, city, Serbia again?
Yeah, I mean, we've only been here for like 3 hours, and for most of it we were sleeping. So, but the city seemed really nice. I had a really good falafel, and the festival looks really great.
Can you tell me how the band get together?
Oh man, there was an old hardcore band that Jay and Andy, our old drummer, and Mike had together, and that kind of turned into Defeater, and then Derek, Joe, and I all joined because we had recorded with Jay at his studio before, and so they needed a singer for the new band that they were starting, and Jay was like, oh, Derek would be good, so they asked Derek to sing, and that worked out really well. And then Gus, the old guitar player, quit, and I had just recorded with Jay with my other band, Dream Tigers, and we had hit it off. So Jay was like, hey, do you want to play guitar? And at that point, it was like, we were playing basement shows and stuff, like it was a long time ago.
And now you're huge.
Sure, yeah.
Can you tell me, how did you get into hardcore waters? Like, what band or song inspired you to start listening to that?
Yeah, well, for me personally, like we all grew up in Massachusetts or New Hampshire or Connecticut, like around New England. And for me personally, I was like a 13-year-old kid who started listening to Bane. Yeah, and that got me into a bunch of stuff. Like then I started listening to Converge, and those two bands really got me into hardcore because they were like, that was like where all those bands were from.
Yes.
So the shows that were going on there were pretty crazy looking.
When you're on tour, do you try like local food? I know you tried falafel, but did you try something else here?
What should I try? We usually try to do that.
There's like a lot of stuff you should try, but I don't know, sarma. That's like
Sarma?
That's like sarma. That's like specialty here. That's like meat and cabbage stuff.
Okay, I'm vegetarian.
Oh, he's vegetarian.
What
You should try Ivar. That's like something with
paprika?
Yes. How has your music evolved since you played first time and now? There's like a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all like.
Hi.
Giving the bunny ears.
Want to talk with us?
Sure. I just gotta throw some stuff in.
Yay, thank you.
I think Defeater just gradually has become like more of its own thing and less of. The first record definitely sounds like a Defeater record, but it also sounds like a little bit more traditional hardcore. And as it develops, it gets a little more melodic and a little more like trying to accomplish the same intensity with like, but like more directly. They just asked how our sound has evolved playing together.
Whatever Jake said.
Can you tell
good.
me, how did you get into hardcore waters? Like what song or band inspired you?
In the beginning?
Yes.
Like, I mean, it started.
You were a little kid.
I mean, it kind of started. I don't know. At like 5 years old, my dad played me in the Clash, and it just changed my life. But growing up, hearing bands like, even on the radio, like Civ, his solo project like was like huge in the mid '90s, and I knew the direct correlation to Gorilla Biscuits and was like already a fan of that. Like they were kind of a entry band into it. Definitely stuff from like the late '80s to mid '90s. I'm 33, so I grew up like, in my opinion, in like the heyday of. I missed the early stuff, but going to hardcore shows in like the mid '90s was the best thing in the world.
We all grew up in a really good era of like New England and New York hardcore.
Yeah.
Like Converge and Bane were just like becoming what they were.
Yeah.
And,
Can you tell me, in your opinion, how did you evolve, like from the beginning from now? How did the band change?
How did our band evolve?
Yes. Music and stuff.
I don't know. I feel like we've different records have gone in different directions, but at least like with the last two, we just, I don't know if it was like really evolving or if it was just getting more comfortable with our songwriting as like 5 individuals and writing songs together. And
I think we've gotten better at like getting to the same end, but like more directly, and like being able to bring in elements of other music we listen to, like into hardcore, but having it be very cohesive still. Hopefully, like at least it feels to me. It feels to me like
in our heads, it's still very cohesive, and we're still a hardcore band. But
like
sometimes it just gets heavier and darker than, than
like the new record that's coming out in at the end of August is definitely like our most pissed and like heaviest record yet, but it's also like noisy and weird and melodic too.
So there's still like typical like Travels era Defeater stuff where it's like weird twists and turns. Sorry.
What is your usual songwriting process? Like, how do you write songs?
It all depends. For the last 2, it's been just getting all of us in a room and like any other band, just writing songs together. Nothing special. Just regular old guys with instruments.
We do get to rework songs a lot, especially this last record, because Jay owns the studio, so we get to like.
I think that
songs that do a lot of revision.
every album is different, like has his own story. That's really nice to me.
Thank you.
So thank you guys for this. This means